Hello. Listen, some people were not very happy with me mentioning my IQ in my 2 hour long AIM video. They said it was distasteful and deterring. And I apologize for hurting your feelings. And the way I will resolve this would be by doing IQ tests because I think they're fun. So let's begin. Okay, in this example you see grid of 9 boxes. Sure, it's an IQ test, it can't be that hard. Exercise 1, baby. Okay, right, so that's insanely simple. That's A right there. Okay, that is something with a diamond. Looks to be E. I'm happy with that answer. Okay, so, yeah, going in a diagonal, that makes sense, it's empty. Okay, what is this? Yeah, it's probably the one at the bottom, right? F? Yeah, it makes sense to me. Okay, what is this? Yep, fully extended, so it's at the bottom. So it's one of these then. So it's tilted. This one's always facing to the right, so that means it's D. Super simple. Okay, so it goes 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So it's going to be one of these with a 3 on the bottom. And then it goes 1, 1, yeah, 2, 3. So it's E. Simple. Okay, this is just a rotation. So it's going to, what is this? 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, it's can be one of the ones with 5, so it's most likely to be this one. So it's this, and then that will take a full 90-degree turn, filling this and adding a block there, which makes sense. Full 90-degree turn means it's going to be across here, plus this, plus 1, means it's E, super simple. Right, so what are we looking at here then? Right, so there's a dot here, okay, so we got 2, right, okay, this makes sense, okay. Yes, right. So then it has to be. It's just C because it's inverted. It just inverts. Okay, I thought that was more complicated than it seemed. Right. Okay. So this box is rotating. So the dot stays in the same position, but the box rotates. So the dot is in the bottom right, which means the box is moving clockwise, which means it's D. Super simple. Okay, that is a counterclockwise turn. This is a counterclockwise turn. That is a counterclockwise turn, so it's going to be facing up with the shadow on the left, which means that's D. Super easy. Okay, that's just where things start to get a little. Oh wait, never mind. This is super simple. Right, so it goes. Right, so there's a dot here, there's a dot here, there's a dot here. Okay, then there's no dot here, and then right. Okay, so there's no dot up here, but that doesn't lead to that. Then this plus this, and then these minus to get that. And you got this and this. Okay, so it's just it subtracts the, so whatever's in here, you combine with here and you subtract the lesser than. So this circle is gone from here, the dot is gone, which makes that. So this dot and this ellipses means that it has to be A. That makes sense. Right, so we got some black and some gray. That's fine. Okay, so we got black and gray. We can assume. Right, so then it's a 90-degree, and then it changes color. The gray is interesting, but so there's only one gray each, so we can ignore the gray color because there's only one gray in each row, and there's no reason for that to deviate. Plus, we have this diagonal here, which would signify that it's likely a black shape, so we can ignore the fact that it's gray. So if there's. Okay, so it's rotating, super easy, so it goes gray, top left. Okay, so it's going to be a black shape in the top right, which means it's A. Okay, what do we got here? Black circle, empty triangle, gray. So, okay, so it's going to be another color thing. It's likely a black shape again. We're working off this diagonal here. So we got a hollow shape, a gray shape. So this is likely going to be a black shape because it's following the pattern. So we go circle, triangle, square, triangle, square, circle, square. Okay, so it's just shifting. So there's a circle here. And then you can imagine like it gets pushed across, right? So this then starts, and then this starts, right? Because so you have a circle here, and then it shifts to the left, meaning the triangle is here, and then it shifts to the left, meaning the square is here. So it's going to be a black shape, and the only shape we don't have is the triangle, so it has to be the triangle. Oh, no. Okay, no. But okay, no. So wait, hold on. Horizontal line, and then there's no horizontal line here. So if we're following the full pattern, it would make sense there's a horizontal line because the rotation is not consistent. So it has to be that the horizontal line is consistent, which means it's not C, it's actually A. Okay, here we go. Got a couple of triangles here. This is interesting. 1, 3, 2. 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, likely to be 3 perhaps, but we'll have a better look at this. Could be another rotation. So this is 90, yeah, 90, 90, 90, 90. So it's going to be facing upwards. So it's either this one or this one, but because they all have 3 in a line, that would make sense that across this diagonal there would also be 3, so that's F. Okay, so we got a couple of shapes going on here. We got hollow, hollow, likely to be a hollow again, but again, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so it probably will be. Okay, so we got some rotations going on here where it's turning 90 degrees again. Okay, and then it turns, and then it turns, and then it turns, so it's going to be top right. It's going to be a hollow shape in the top right, which means it's probably B. It's looking like it's just going to get, it's just looking like from here, if we look at it vertically, it's easier to pick apart. It looks like it's going to go 90 and then 45, right? So 90, 45, yeah, 90. So it's going to be a 45 degree from here, which means it's D. Super simple. Here we go. 2 lines, and then, right, so this is... Okay, this is an intriguing way to look at this. What I'm thinking so far is because we have 2 horizontal lines, and then we have 1 horizontal, or sorry, we have 2 horizontal lines, 1 horizontal line, 0. What I'm thinking is as we go downwards, yeah, it is. As we travel downwards, we're converting a single horizontal into a vertical. So here we can see the exact same thing happening, and then look, we have 1 vertical, 2 verticals, so likely 3 verticals, so it's going to be C then. It's going to be C. Okay, so this has to be either A or C because of this. If we're following this diagonal again, there's a diamond in each of them, and there's no. So there's a diamond in this horizontal. There's a diamond in this horizontal. There's no diamond in this horizontal. And this diagonal, it would make sense that there is a diamond because it goes all the way. Plus, it's missing from the last row. Okay, so then if we're looking at this diagonal, it would make sense to look at this diagonal as well. So what is the common factor here? It's this plus symbol that we're getting. Okay, that doesn't seem to help us. What about here? It would be the square. Okay, I don't see how that helps us either. Assuming that... Okay, so what I'm trying to do is look at this and then shift it kind of like up this way, if you know what I mean. And then, so this would then go here, 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 but we can only see these 2 right now. I'm going to go with A here because of this 4 dot repetition. It could also be here, but it doesn't make as much sense because obviously this is near the bottom and this is closer to the top is kind of my main thinking, is that if this shifted over, this would be in the middle. So I'm going to go with A here. Okay, so let's have a look at here. This is a... Okay, this is just a common factor situation here, where you are... It's the same negative space problem we had earlier. We're just combining the 2 shapes, and all of the negative space is getting converted into lines or empty space. For example, here, these both have these 2 top lines, which means this line is missing. This diagonal is not here, so it gets added to this. This diagonal isn't here, so it gets added to that. This line is in both of them, so it disappears. This line's only here, so it's there. So you're essentially just combining the images together, and you're using the negative space to get whatever shape it is that you have. Super easy. This is the exact same puzzle, which means the answer is B. Super easy. This looks pretty similar. So what do we got here? We got okay, so this is common across all of it, but this is the shape is changing. So there's a box in the bottom left. It goes box cover. It's probably, so the box covers the circle, but the box in the bottom left stays the same. So this moves over, covers the circle, moves over again, but the circle stays in place. It means that answer is E. That one's pretty easy. Okay, this is like the negative space again, except the color is moving, and as it moves, the shape changes. Okay, so what I'm thinking so far is, something I'm realizing is, if you look at it to the bottom right, it's kind of difficult to see anything that's going on. But if you look in the bottom left, you can see that this circle is moving to the left while it's happening. And even in this as well, the circle is moving to the left. So we have to figure out if there was, say, a box here, and a box here, what it would be most likely to be. But if we have this circle here, obviously the circle will move over, this circle here, the circle will move over. Okay, and then when it moves over, so it goes here and then it fully blacks it out. So yeah, it's going to be a hollow one. It has to be hollow, which means it has to be F. Wait, no, this isn't complicated. This is just another negative space thing. You just add them together to get the different shapes. So if you... What isn't common here? That's not common. That is common. That's common. That's not... That is common. That's not common. Okay, so that it has to be F. Okay, so my thinking so far with this one is that it's really convoluted, but there's not a lot going on that adds up together that's really giving you a whole lot of information. The only thing that I can really pull from it is that this circle in the bottom is common in every picture. So I'm going with the circle at the bottom somewhere. So it's likely to be F or E. However, my main thinking is that it's most likely to be E, because I'm not seeing how F would happen, right? Like, there's no reason. I could see how E would occur, because let's say, for example, this is like moved across all the way. This is like changed. And in that time, it's moving clockwise and it's taken one circle with it. Oh, but then where would the dot go? Okay, so the only thing I'm seeing here is that there's a circle on the bottom, 2 in the diagonal. Oh, this is really confusing, actually. This one's difficult. It's likely to be... It's not F, which means it has to be E, actually. Right? Because... Yeah, it's E. Okay. Okay, never mind. I thought it looked a lot harder than it actually was. This seems just like another common puzzle, right? That's common. Okay. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, okay. Super easy. It's literally just a common puzzle again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's got to rotate clockwise. So it's either this one, or this one. Why would it be wider? Okay, each one has a wide one. This one doesn't have a wide one. That's all I'm really thinking. A. This is just another negative space one. That's A. Okay, this is just looking like this. I need to speed up. I'm losing time here. It looks like this is like a cancel puzzle. So like it, as it goes across, they cancel each other out. Okay, that makes sense. So there has to be 2 squares here. So then it's likely to be, okay, this was probably C, but let's have a look. Yeah, okay, I'm 1000% on that. It looks like C to me. Okay, so this dot, okay, so let's, okay, dot equals square. Oh yeah, so it's just another common factor thing where the dots equal squares, or they become nothing. So look, dot square plus dot is nothing, so they cancel each other out. So this is that plus that is that. So it's, what is that going to be? This could be square in the top left and the top right, and there's going to be a dot on the bottom. So it's E. So what is this? What is not in common? What is common and what's not common? Okay, yes, that's... Okay, what is that then? Okay, it's D. Okay. Right, so this seems to be like another movement kind of cancel-y puzzle again. Oh, I don't really have time to explain. Okay, so there's a dot, and there's dot. So what is that? Is that going to cancel again? How is this working? So it's shifting, and then it's... Oh, okay, so Oh, no, I get it. Okay, so it's A. That's fine. Okay, this is just a mirror thing where they're mirroring each other, right? That's... Exactly, yeah. Okay, so it flip on the bot, right? Okay, yeah. So it flips down here, flips up on that side, which means that flips down. So that flips, and that flips again. So that would be E. Okay. Oh fuck, this one's hard. I don't have a lot of time to think about this one. Okay, so dot. Okay, and then that flips over again, and then we have these 2. Okay, so these are. This is another cancel puzzle. Looks like another combination thing. Looks easy to me. These 2 plus this would be, and then we can look at the diagonal to confirm. Exactly, it is A, easy peasy. Okay, so we got more shape repetition going on here, so it's likely to be another combination puzzle. So let's have a look at some common factors here. Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, could be negative space going on again. This is purely about repetition in the diagonals here. That seems to be exactly what it's about. I can't see anything else. I do want to spend the last 2 minutes on this because this one's actually pretty difficult. The thing that I noticed was these vertical lines, but there's quite a few answers here with vertical lines on the edges here. And then, so there's the repetition again where the shapes are adding. Oh, this one's really tough, actually. This one's really hard. Huh. Right, so, okay. This is this is easy to understand. Okay, so across this diagonal, this top line is consistent across the entire thing. Across this diagonal, this V shape is consistent across it. And in this diagonal, it's these lines, these vertical lines. So then the answer is this diagonal here, because that would end here, because it's a repeating pattern. And the goal is, so it's one of these with those lines. However, it can't be B, and it can't be E, because of the way the puzzle is set up. And it would be inconsistent with the fact that the way the shapes are going in this direction, there is no possible reason there would be a vertical line consistent across this. So it can't be E because we know the horizontal line is not consistent in this diagonal. And we know it isn't B because we also know that this bottom and top horizontal line are also not consistent in the pattern, meaning it has to be D because that's the only shape that could be possible to be consistent in this pattern with these two vertical line shapes. Plus we can mark that off by saying because it's happening in these other ones as well, it can't be. So it has to be D. It has to be. There's no other answer, I don't think. Finish. I have 30 seconds. I would like to finish. Result of IQ test. Your IQ was measured to 145 or more. Really? That's a little bit lower than I thought I would get. I would guess it was slow. Maybe if I went a little faster. I spent a long time kind of explaining what I was thinking and not a lot of time actually like critically thinking about my answers. I think if I went faster, I could have gotten a higher IQ there. I kind of cucked myself. But it was fun.